on birth certificates now, for Violet's birth certificate, it said male, female, or non-binary. So I didn't know how to answer that because I'm like, what am I going to pick my kid's gender? So I asked Violet, I said, are you male, female, or non-binary? And then she spit up on herself a little bit. So I just picked female. I was like, I don't know like if the whole question just made her pissed. I think she went like that and spread her legs and she was like, look at my vagina. So I was like, okay, I guess she's female. I guess she's female for now. But it's interesting that that's where it's gotten to now, where they're literally asking, do you want to start out with your child being non-binary, which I guess is fine, but it's really, it's like, that's like a parent. To me, that's like too much. When I was looking at that question, I was like, this is too much responsibility and this is too much on the parent now. It's like, I'm not this person. This person is this person. This is my child. But it's like, you should only ask male, female, non-binary when they're at a certain age, not at birth. You know what I mean?
I know. I totally get what you mean. But for them making you anxious about it already fucks up how you're going to raise them.
Right.
So it makes it, if you're confused raising it, it could be, I think it's, I don't know, I like it because it makes everyone confused and nobody can just be a hack guy or a hack girl.
Interesting. Yeah, so you're saying it makes us work harder.
Or have more personality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, she, yeah, I think, dude, and by the way, it was kind of like chaos in there because, so I was supposed to cut the umbilical cord. First of all, Vin got an epidural and her leg went dead. Like she literally couldn't function. Like she was just like swinging her leg around. Like she was fully had a dead leg. I was like, is that going to come back? Because I'm not dating a paraplegic. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I would date her. I'm fucking Lieutenant Dan, Lieutenant Vin. No, I'm kidding. But so I had to hold her leg up while she was giving birth. And dude, I saw everything. I mean, I was in there, like, holy smokes.
This is the third time. You haven't seen everything yet?
Dude, I mean, no. But with Delilah, I was kind of shielded because there were two nurses in there that were holding her legs, and my mom was in there with her freaking flip phone trying to get better angles. So I was just standing in the back. But this one, we had no choice. I had to do it. So her head came out. Violet's head came out, and then it got sucked back in. And then it was like, once that happens, like, according to the doctors and nurses, or at least in my daughter's situation, she had to come out. Like Jasmine had to push, Vinny had to push as hard as she could to get Violet out, because when Violet came out, the umbilical cord was tied around her neck. So I was supposed to be there like cutting the umbilical cord and blah, blah, blah. And then Vinny's umbilical cord snapped while she was giving birth, snapped, and blood sprayed and hit the doctor right in the face. Dude, literally the first moment of Violet's life was I just watched blood hitting the doctor in the face. Like it was literally in her eyebrows, like everything. I was like, holy smokes, because her cord freaking snapped and the rest of it was tied around Violet's neck. So literally, like this delicate little baby that I was supposed to cut the cord, it turned like really like dramatic and like
sounds like The Walking Dead.
Dude, it was like silent for a second because as soon as the baby comes out, they're supposed to cry. Like air gets into the lungs and it hurts them, and then they cry, and that's actually a good sign because you're like, oh, the baby's breathing. Violet was not crying; she was all blue. So, dude, like literally, it was the doctor and then this nurse. I know it's stereotypical, but she was like a Haitian nurse. She was awesome. She literally just even pushed the doctor out of the way and picked the baby up like by her foot, like she was a chicken. Just picked her up, brought her over to this table and started slapping her butt, turned her around and went like this and took the cord around off her neck. And next thing you know, loud as can be cry from Violet and her color started to come back. But I was like, literally, she picked her up by her foot and turned her upside down immediately. So I think that's all things to like shock the baby system so they can hear that she's crying. But it was pretty crazy where I was just like literally got put. It's pretty interesting, like how, like, first of all, the doctors and the nurses, obviously they only talk to Vinny and they only focus on her. Like, you really like, it really just kind of stamps down how insignificant men are when you're in a childbirth situation. Because I mean, I got pushed out of the way immediately. Nobody even made eye contact with me. People were like, I didn't matter at all, and I shouldn't matter. Like, I guess I shouldn't matter, but I was like, holy shit. I was like, I'm Chrissy Chaos. Somebody talk to me. And then when we were leaving the hospital, we had the baby. I had the baby like in her carrier, and one of the nurses asked to take a picture with me, so I had to put the baby down outside. And dude, I thought if Vin wasn't stitched up, if Vin didn't have her whole shit stitched up and wasn't in like excruciating pain, she would have thrown this girl into the street onto 7th Avenue. But I did it. I don't care. But I was like, oh my God, like literally the last day or two in the hospital was just like me being fingers crossed, being like, please don't hit anybody, Vin. Please don't hit anybody, Vin. And then just today, it's so crazy, dude. They clamp your child's umbilical cord, like belly button. My kid's belly button fell off today at the doctor's. Yeah, that's normal. Like your belly button just falls out. It's the sickest thing ever. And then, dude, like literally, it's like a reflex. As soon as they put the baby on Vin's chest, she starts to work her way down, move her little body down like a little salamander, and go for Vin's nipple. And she started sucking her nipple, like immediately. Immediately started sucking her nipple and getting the milk out. And it's really like crazy just to see like what nature does and like how it's just like this fucking machine, dude. Like, I firmly in my heart believe after seeing birth happen for the second time that we absolutely are aliens. Like, I think we're from an advanced race, and I think we're the leftover. I think we're like the ones that didn't make it.
I think it's a simulation, man. Even your baby, beautiful, but looks CGI.
Yeah.
It looks CGI, like old school CGI.
Dude, and my baby, when she was first born, she looked like a small Asian man. Now, today we woke up, she kind of looks like my dad. Yesterday she looked like my daughter. Like her face changes. It's almost like the simulators pick what face they want. They're like going through a trial where they're like picking a face. It's like when you make a player in a video game, it's like, dude, her face changes every day we wake up. She looks like a different kid. It's insane. And she's got hair in the back and nothing in the front. She looks like a balding old guy.
There's something about babies. Like, what do they really think about? That's all. I always look at them like they have to have a connection to something. They just came out of the other side.
Well, it's kind of like interesting when I was thinking about it. It's like, when you're in utero, like when she was in Vin's stomach, like she's not actually human. She's living underwater. So she's become like a different species. Like whatever she was in utero for 9 months, she's not that anymore. She turned into this new thing because it's like you can't be underwater for 9 months and be eating through an umbilical cord, and that's not human.
The relationship with the baby to the cord is so creepy to me. Like, that's its tether to the world.
Tether, dude. Tether. And also, like, the relationship to, like, the mom. Like I don't know, like, Vin is just, like, doing it. Like, she's so exhausted. She was carrying this baby for 9 months. Like, couldn't lay on her stomach. Was in obviously so much pain. Was a pretty traumatizing birth. But, like, every time, like, I'll try to help. I keep trying to help, and I just keep getting told to like shut up and go back to sleep because I just make things worse. Like literally last night, I like just because I was so like you're almost like drunk with tiredness. I put almond milk in the baby's milk, and it's like, dude, what? You have to give it formula. You have to give it formula and fucking breast milk, you idiot. You can't give her almond breeze milk with a touch of honey for 60 calories a cup.